Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, this is coming from Niger Republic. French mining giant Orano has now decided to sell their mining equipment in 3 of their major mining sites in Niger Republic. Niger Republic is one of the biggest uranium exporter in the world. We can literally say uranium is their major source of income, and the best they've been able to generate from this uranium under the French regime, if I would call it, is $1 billion annually.
They went from realizing about $1 billion in uranium resources to over 300 billion a year.
But after France left, they've now been able to generate an annual revenue estimating to about $300 billion. That's a large amount, don't you think so? So Orano has enjoyed a very prosperous time in Niger Republic until the time of Abdurrahman Chiani. So what happened was that the mining license of Orano actually expired, and instead of renewing their license, they thought that the autonomy they enjoyed when France was still the one calling the shot, they thought they were still going to come back to that time, but time changed very quickly. So what happened was that they had this very, very hegemonistic power when France was still there. They thought it was still going to be the same, modus operandi. But things has changed because they were not paying taxes or anything. It was a French company when France was still in charge. But now, there was a review. They are supposed to be paying taxes. They are supposed to even share what I heard the profit, but they are not trying to take these unfavorable conditions and terms. And now they lose it all. That's what this means. We all know that France buys uranium for less than 98 cents and sells it in the global market for 300 euros. It seems to me that is a typical identity of French system of governance. So coming to this present time, Orano has not been able to pay its staff efficiently like it used to before. The cost of operation and the cost of maintenance has really been very difficult to maintain. And as we have it, they said the company has recently plunged into a financial chaos. So ladies and gentlemen, the question is this: how rich is this French company without the backing of African resources? So now the thing is, what they do is they mine uranium, they send it to France. So France pay Orano and France pay Niger Republic. But now the difficult situation now is that they have to deal one-on-one with Niger Republic. They've been a little bit stubborn in the negotiation process, but like they say, time flies. They are not dealing with a different regime that really has the interest of the Nigerian Republic. A lot of people see this as a painful surrender, and a lot of people are saying it as a big victory for the Republic of Niger. And this is what true independence really brings to your doorstep. So what Orano is now doing now is they are launching a campaign to draw sympathy and maybe to blackmail Niger Republic.
Imagine waking up one day to find that your most valuable asset has been snatched away overnight. That's essentially what happened to Orano, the French uranium mining giant, after Niger did not renew their mining license last month. The fallout is affecting everything from nuclear energy production to the balance of power in West Africa. Let's start with some background. Orano, formerly known as Areva, has been a major player in Niger's uranium mining industry for decades. Niger, one of the Sahel countries in West Africa, is the world's 7th largest uranium producer. For years, this arrangement seemed mutually beneficial. Niger got investment and jobs, while France secured a steady supply of uranium for its nuclear power plants. But all that is now in tatters due to Niger's insistence on getting value for their raw materials. So, what does Orano actually do, and who owns Orano? Firstly, Orano, formerly known as Areva, is a key player in the global nuclear industry, providing comprehensive services across the nuclear fuel cycle. The company is involved in uranium mining, from exploration and extraction to site rehabilitation. It also offers conversion and enrichment services and extraction to site rehabilitation. It also offers conversion and enrichment services, transforming uranium into a usable form for reactors. Orano manufactures nuclear fuel assemblies and provides used fuel recycling, extracting reusable materials and managing radioactive waste. Additionally, the company specializes in dismantling and decommissioning nuclear facilities, along with site remediation. Orano's engineering and project management services cover the design, construction, maintenance, and upgrades of nuclear facilities. Their logistics and transportation services ensure the safe movement of nuclear materials. Also, Orano provides consulting and training in these areas. Lastly, the company invests in research and development to advance nuclear technology, enhancing safety, efficiency, and sustainability in the industry. In summary, Orano is an all-round nuclear services company. But who owns Orano? Surprisingly enough, the French government holds the majority share in Orano. However, Orano's ownership structure includes other entities, Areva SA, and other minor stakeholders. Though Orano has been a major player in Niger's uranium mining industry for decades, things suddenly got twisted in July 2023 when a military coup in Niger overthrew the government. The new leadership under Abdourahmane Tiani, seeking to assert Niger's independence and control over natural resources, decided to reorganize the mining sector. So, Niger's military government revoked the operating license of Orano, covering one of the world's biggest uranium mines as it continued to cut ties with former colonial power France. The state-owned Orano was ordered out of the Imuraran mine in northern Niger, which sits on an estimated 200,000 tons of the metal used for nuclear power and nuclear weapons. This action shook the company to its roots, and today the financial damage is out in the open. What do you think about Orano's expulsion from the Imuraran mine in northern Niger? Now, let's talk numbers. Orano has reported losses in millions of euros. It isn't just the financial loss, it's a potential existential crisis for the company. But the impact goes far beyond one corporation's balance sheet. France, which relies heavily on nuclear energy, now faces a serious challenge to its energy security.